Hey guys, it's Isa. We're going to be getting full moon messages today. So, getting right into it, I don't have anything to say actually. I thought that I was about to. The Lovers. Okay, so this has come out quite a few times when I was shuffling to get the cards ready. And guys, this is so exciting having the Lovers here, especially during this full moon, because I feel that you guys have been, over the past few months, maybe more than that, you've been releasing a lot, okay? A lot of, I'm seeing the Suit of Swords, so a lot of mental strife, okay? A lot of triggers, a lot of trauma that is coming back up in order to be dealt with, transmuted, and to move forward, right? So I feel like you guys have really been on that journey, okay? Really been on that journey, and it's been a lot, but I do feel like with this strawberry moon coming up, there is going to be an integration like no other. Like, this is so cool that we have the Lovers coming up as the main energy, because I see this. So Archangel Raphael could be an angel that you guys are working with or are encouraged to work with, okay? But whenever I see this card, I get the message of merging our conscious and subconscious minds together with the help of the superconscious, and in order to help us attain that, not attain that, but enable, no, hold on, let me take it back. In order to help us communicate with that super consciousness, okay? That was hard. So this is a really, really big change. I'm seeing and hearing 555, okay? So if you guys have seen the number 555 lately, that is a sign that you have very, very big change. I'm getting goosebumps coming into your life. And again, I am getting that this is happening mentally, okay? So a very big shift in consciousness, essentially. This is amazing. This is such a good card to come up first as kind of the overall energy. And I just realized I did not show you guys the card at all, sorry. So I am noticing here, because there are two seahorses, okay, and automatically when I think of the sea, I am taken to our emotions, also our subconscious, and maybe emotions or certain patterns that we are perpetuating that we are not aware of because of the fact that we are perpetuating patterns from our ancestors, maybe from when we were younger, from certain traumas. I do remember I'm being taken now because she is the workout witch, I believe, on Instagram. I love her page. She does somatic exercises for releasing trauma. Okay, hold on guys, I just went through a loop in my own mind. It's actually not the workout witch who said this, but that is interesting that I was channeling her. So some of you guys could benefit from those exercises. I would really recommend following her on Instagram, okay? But I think it was actually off of a podcast that I was listening to, where she said that oftentimes during shadow work, it's not the trauma per se that we're healing, it's who we've become because of the trauma, okay? And these complexes that we kind of take on, that's not really even ourselves or our own personality, in order to deal with the emotions, the trauma that is coming up, right? So I do feel like you guys have been, over time, you've been coming into this understanding about yourselves, gradually but surely, okay? And slow but steady wins the race, always. I will always say that, especially when it comes to spirituality, because I don't think that we can or should rush the process, right? And especially when it comes to merging the conscious with the subconscious and really working with our psyche, you can't just detour and skip a bunch of shit, pardon me, because at the end of the day, it's only going to harm you if you're skipping stuff, right? Okay, so a bunch of them just slipped over when I tried to shuffle that, but I do want to take the one at the top, or on the top, Ancient Muse, Soul Truths, Higher Self, and Deep Inspiration, okay? So slowly but surely, with every single release that has taken place, you guys have stepped one step closer, 1 foot closer, I don't know, into your higher selves, and you've really been aligning with that. And it's really cool because we do see the Chariot that comes after the Lovers, right? And after the Hierophant too, where we kind of create a structure for ourselves, okay? With the masculine and feminine polarities, we build this foundation so that we can manifest what we want, but also go after the things that we want without hesitation, okay? And that also takes work. That also takes work. It does take work to fully step into that power, right? Sometimes a lifetime of work, but it's definitely worth it. So I wanted to ask Spirit what you guys are releasing. We've got a card. Shut up. It says nostalgic release. Hold on. I can't even pick it up. I have to cover. So nostalgic release, okay. Healing the past relationship and sensory memories. Okay, hold on. So a lot of what you guys could be going through right now, if you guys are finding yourselves confused or like you randomly start crying out of nowhere and you don't know what's going on, this is most likely pain or trauma that has been trapped inside your body, okay? Trapped inside your vessel. Now, this could either be from a past life or a past version of yourself in this life. It's going to be different for everybody, okay? But I'm definitely hearing both of those. So with nostalgic release, I do feel like you guys could find yourself or yourselves mourning certain relationships of the past, certain situations that you were a part of, okay? You might not feel a connection to these people anymore, but there may still be a connection to the suffering that they've caused. This is all about that, and that makes sense with the Lovers being here, that this is releasing things from past connections, relationships. I don't necessarily see this as just romantic. I see it as platonic family as well, really close friends, okay? Even at work. It can be anything, but it does speak on connections. I do feel like for a lot of you guys, it might be romantic, okay? Really healing things from the past romantic relationships that really affected you. I would really recommend yoga or exercise, especially during this time. It's very helpful. I actually did a workout yesterday. Okay, hold on. Now I'm being taken to the workout witch. So if that resonated with you, I would really recommend checking out her different exercises and maybe trying them out. Even if that account doesn't necessarily resonate with you guys, I recommend looking into exercises like that that help release trauma or stress. What I wanted to say was that the other day I was exercising and I started bawling my eyes out of nowhere. And it was after a certain stretch that I did. I can't remember which one it was. It was during my warm-up that I started crying. And I was like, what is going on? I didn't really understand what was going on, but I allowed it to happen. I allowed myself to cry, and it definitely was a release. So again, if you can't remember a certain... Let's say you're getting triggered by something and you don't know why. You have no idea what the heck is going on and you cannot pinpoint where it's coming from, and you're getting frustrated because you cannot transmute this, because you cannot figure it out. Most likely it's something that's trapped inside your body. So pay attention to your body during this time. If there's anything that is tense, okay, if there's pain coming from anywhere, if there's like stiffness, okay, I would pay attention to that, and then I would recommend cross-referencing that with different information that you find, okay, from a library, from Google, whatever. The world is your oyster. We literally have the internet at our fingertips, so we can search anything. Again, it's most likely from the past, okay, maybe even a past life, as I've mentioned before. So in that case, it's very hard to pinpoint or to know exactly where it's coming from. That is where dream work comes into play. So make sure you guys are journaling whatever you remember. And if you can't remember, set the intention throughout the day, but also fully believe that it is going to happen, okay? That's a very, very big one. So important. Now I am feeling guided to say, if you guys are in a connection, okay, this could be your divine counterpart. I'm feeling that very strongly. And if that's the case, I do feel like you guys are probably triggering each other a lot, okay? And don't worry so much about that. I know it's so easy to get in your head and sometimes to even start self-sabotaging, okay? But in those moments, you really need to challenge yourself and ask yourself if the trigger is from this relationship or if it's from the past, if it's from something that you've experienced before and now you both are kind of triggering each other to release what needs to be released so that you can fully expand and grow. If it's all happening at once and it feels very chaotic and that's the kind of negative part that you're feeling, I would really challenge you guys to look at the positive. If it's all happening really quick and really fast and it feels like it's coming out of nowhere and it's very overwhelming, look at it as an opportunity to piece all of the pieces of the puzzle together. I'm seeing that meme right now. I'm gonna put it on screen of that guy who's doing the graph. I really feel like that is the kind of energy that you guys are in right now. And it's very much so like, where is this coming from? How can I get to the bottom of it? And how can I heal and move forward? I do feel like you guys are starting to get more and more, maybe frustrated is not the right word, but kind of just tired of dealing with your ego, so much so to the point where you're allowing your higher self to take front and center stage and really lead the way, okay? And that's the best thing that you can do. So again, thinking about how fast and chaotically it's all happening. Okay, it's happening fast and chaotically, but your ability to transmute is also so much better. The ones that trigger the shit out of you are usually the angels in your life. We want to get triggered. We do. If you never got triggered in your life, you would never know what to heal or what to change. So again, these people are angels in your life. And if you look at it from that perspective, the trigger becomes a lot easier to move through. And I feel like this is where you guys are at, okay? I'm also getting another message with this nostalgic release, healing the past. I also feel like you guys are letting go of nostalgia in general. Like, you're finding so much more joy in the future, in the present moment, than the past. And that's such a fucking beautiful place to be. That really means that you're healing, because if you are more excited about the future than you are sad about the past, then you just know you're making progress, even if it doesn't feel like it sometimes. Some days are really going to feel like you're taking 10, 20 steps back and it's going to be so overwhelming, but then you get to these moments where you come into unity with yourself and with God. When you finally get in this energy, nothing else matters but love. And when you are in that vibration, when you are operating out of love, unconditional love, you will and can manifest anything you want, the life of your dreams. But you have to believe that you can. And a lot of us forget or are made to feel like we can't when we grow up. And that is where it's so freaking important to connect to that inner child, inner teenager, right? Which, again, I do feel like you guys have been doing. So that was the longest rant for 3 cards. I'm going to pull some more and see what is being released. Okay, so we have Wealth that came out, and we do have a Peacock here. We have Mercury and Jupiter. Number 19, so Sun energy. Okay, I feel like you guys are really releasing the mindset that you don't deserve this, that you will not come into this wealth. I feel like you guys have really been, with that Suit of Swords that I was seeing earlier, I feel like you've really been healing the mind and getting comfortable with abundance and knowing that you deserve it just as much as anybody else does. If we are here and we are living in our purpose, why wouldn't that be able to bring us and our family abundance? Spirit wants us to be abundant. Spirit wants us to be happy, to create the life of our dreams. It's us that hold ourselves back, right? And again, societal pressure, things that we've grown up with, thinking that things have to be a certain way, right? Our ancestral line, etc., etc. But I really do feel like you guys are expanding your way of thinking, and you're really realizing that, yeah, I fucking deserve this. And again, before you can come into this wealth, financially and physically, you need to build that mindset for yourself, energetically and mentally first. I don't know if that makes sense, but you know what I'm trying to say, right? Four of Wands, I'm seeing that. That is our energetic foundation, okay? If we are constantly getting triggered at everything, Spirit's not going to bring us our abundance because we still have so much to learn. If you are in a mindset that doesn't feel like you deserve what you're trying to manifest in, you're not going to get your manifestation. So I feel like this is what you've really been working on really merging the conscious and subconscious so that you can get to a place where you are aligned with your higher self and you can call in this abundance. And I feel like it's a lot closer than you guys might think it is, okay? So keep going. This is amazing. Even this nostalgic release in and of itself, like not really looking to the past anymore to find joy in those moments and being more excited about the future, that's huge. That's actually huge, guys. Like, you should be so proud of yourselves. Okay, we have one that flipped over. Queen of Swords. I love everything about this. This is taking those struggles, the strife, because again, I was taken to the Suit of Swords. I saw the Ten of Swords, to be specific, okay? But taking that energy that almost paralyzes you, okay? And being able to take that, to look at it, and to transmute that, and then come into this energy where you feel vibrant and full of life. That is a feeling like no other. And I do feel like that is where you guys are at right now. And if you're not, it's where you will soon be, okay? This is understanding every single lesson, every trauma, every pain that has come to you, or trying to understand every lesson, every trauma, every pain, and to put it to a greater use, right? To see things from that bigger picture. And I think that came out, the way that just flew out of my hand, it did not come out. I thought it came out in one of these cards. No. Okay. I'm still getting that message, okay? This is wonderful. This is so beautiful. And this is somebody who knows how to set boundaries, who knows her worth. Her worth, okay, it's just an energy, but this is somebody who knows themselves, who understands their power, and who's not afraid to stand in it. I love it so much, guys. Like, this is amazing. And I feel like this might be a moment that you've been waiting for so long, just to get into this state of peace within yourself and the strength also. The Chariot. Oh, and I love it so much on this card because we see, I think it's a parrot. But either way, birds have that hawk-eye perspective, right? You're able to see things from such a high perspective. I love that these are one after the other, so you know you're making progress. And even after the Chariot, we have strength. Like, you guys, and then, well, depending on the decks, it can be either strength or justice. Either way, amazing energies to be in, amazing. And then the Hermit, so unlocking so much wisdom through the trials and tribulations that you are going through. And not only that, but you guys are healing generations. And I don't know if you guys have really sat down with yourselves for a moment to let that sink in and realize how profound that is, but I need you guys to be so fucking proud of yourselves, because your ancestors are, and so is Spirit, okay? So this is beautiful. This is so beautiful. Like, the Lovers, the Chariot, and the Queen of Swords. This is insane, guys. This is such... I can't. I don't have words. I don't have words because I'm so fucking excited for you guys. Okay, I'm going to get one card for... No, let's get 2 cards for advice moving forward to deal with these energies. I think that you guys, you already know. You've been doing it. So keep doing what you've been doing because it's working and you guys are crushing it. As I just lift the card up, what is this one? Purity. So purifying the mind, the body, the spirit. This is crazy. I love that I just cut it on that, okay? So, and Motherwort with strength. And that's number 8. We were talking about that earlier, okay? So we can really see the evolution from 6, 7, 8, and then again I saw the Hermit, okay? So I'm actually going to read from this guidebook, so we'll do those ones last. Shuffle. We're gonna take that one. Animal kin, sweet familiars, messengers, and companions. Okay, so I would really encourage you guys to pay attention to any animal familiar that has been coming up in your dreams in real life as well. Okay, and I would also recommend that you guys go out in nature. So I am seeing 2 wolves here. Birds, okay, are significant because we have birds here as well. We have seahorses, so I would also check the symbolism / spiritual definition for all of these animals. Okay, we have the peacock, and we do have an owl here that we also saw here, but I don't have it here anymore. And I do think it is the owl that was in, I almost said Peter Pan. Weird. Maybe that movie is significant. Okay, no, I was going to say Harry Potter, but now that I'm thinking of it, I don't even think it's a barn owl. So barn owls could be significant. Barn, that's on a farm. Maybe a farm. Some of you guys could live on a farm. A farm could be significant. I don't know. Okay. Now, we get a message from you watching. That was so aggressive. Okay, we have Palo Santo with Guardian and number 55. So I would recommend working with this herb. The Beloved, Purpose, and Journey. Okay, so there's no way I'm going to read all of these from the book, but I am going to show you guys. Hold on. Okay, the chair sound in the background. So Damiana, when I look at this, the Beloved, I think of spirit right away, right? And working with our higher selves in order to reach unity. I am seeing a crow here, so going back to this animal kin, sweet familiars, okay, I would pay attention anytime you guys are around these animals, and there is a fox here, okay, so a fox is another one. So again, crows, foxes, barn owls, wolves, and birds, parrots, and nightingale. I'm pretty sure this is what this is, but I think that's what the bird is, okay, and again, peacock and seahorses. So if any of those speak to you guys, I would really recommend doing some research on them, okay? We've got ashwagandha. So I'm seeing the north node here, okay? We've also got the moon. I love this plant. This is literally, guys, I don't have enough good words to say about this plant. And it's funny because I've actually noticed since I've stopped taking this, my resistance to stress isn't as good. And I don't know if that's a good thing, because you do not want to become reliant on anything, right? It doesn't matter if it's chamomile or it could be way worse, right? But you don't want to be reliant on anything at the end of the day. Ooh, wait! South and North Node! Oh my god, hold on, I just saw this. So we have the South and North Node here. So for some of you guys, this is a huge shift. I don't know if you guys have ever considered getting a birth chart reading before, but I would really recommend getting one done with a trusted astrologer, okay? I am hearing that. So we have Venus and Pluto, we have the Moon and North Node, and then South Node with Pluto again, and Mercury and Jupiter, okay? Even here, we see 44, nope, 54 and 55. Okay, so again, progress, just like we see in the Lovers and the Chariot. 1919 could be significant. I also forgot to mention Journey. Number 14, no, 16. 14 is Temperance though. Yeah, and I am seeing a cauldron here. So anytime I see a cauldron, I think of that transmutation. I think that's why I said 14, of mixing all of the ingredients in till you get the desired state. I love this. So I am going to read number 11 out of the book. I'm feeling most guided to this one. Also because I just noticed that. Okay. Sorry guys, my camera overheated, but we're going to be reading number 11 out of the book. Herbs of Venus. Okay. The keywords are magnetism, attraction, kindred spirits, soulmates, relationships, intimacy, sacred play, and finding the beloved within. Damiana is native to Central and South America, and its use dates back to the ancient Maya and Aztecs. Traditionally, Damiana is a rejuvenating plant said to restore sexual vitality and strengthen the reproductive system, as well as commonly used for depression and anxiety. In a classic love potion found among the Maya... Wait a second. Love potion. I'm hearing Love Potion number 9, that song in my head right now, but also, that's weird. So if you guys had somebody in the past that did some kind of weird binding spell for you guys, I do feel like this is being released. Okay. Fresh juice is made from the leaves and flowers of Damiana and sweetened with sugar cane. Mayan ceremonial drinks used in religious rites often involved Damiana and or cacao. The Maya also chewed on the leaves or used them as a poultice and even as a smoke for relaxation and lung cleansing. So our lungs harbor grief, okay? If you guys find yourselves having... like being super congested and you can't really figure out why, and you don't smoke, don't do any of that stuff, okay? This might be from grief. It might be trauma that is trapped within, okay? Any pain that we are not letting ourselves feel, anything that we're not allowing ourselves to say, if we're not allowing ourselves to speak up for ourselves, that's going to get trapped in here, okay? Their word for Damiana literally meant asthma broom, so that's interesting. In folk medicine throughout the Americas, Damiana has been identified as an aphrodisiac. Antidepressant, guys, hold on. Did somebody do a love spell? The Magician and the Two of Wands? Guys, please cord cut if you haven't already. If you know who this is, Ace of Swords was under the Two of Wands. And the Page of Pentacles. Okay, somebody could have gone to do this. That's been coming out quite a bit. I always feel so like... what is the word? I don't know, I feel weird always bringing that up because it's like... because people aren't all necessarily doing love spells, but there are definitely people in the spiritual community and not in the spiritual community that use the spiritual community and things practiced in the spiritual community for their own personal gain. And I don't agree with it, but it is very real, okay? So again, if you guys feel like there is somebody who's been who has put a bind on you, I do feel like this is dissipating, it's breaking, okay? But you guys do need to keep praying, okay? And make sure you keep doing the work, which I'm not saying that you're not, but that is the best way to transmute this kind of shit, right? Pardon my French. So it's also been used as an antidepressant, a tonic, a diuretic, and a cough suppressant. They're playing Marco Polo outside. Why do I feel like that's significant? It's like back and forth, almost, like cat and mouse, okay? Like Damiana, Venus, the planet of beauty and art, is said to rule the metamorphosis of cells. Can't talk, okay? Their reproduction, enrichment, and transformation, as well as the preservation of the body and reproductive system, and the harmony between all systems of the body. Guidance. Damiana represents the universal principle of the beloved, within relationships and within ourselves. The alchemy of polarity is what we're made of, and this integration of opposites is that which births the beloved. This card represents the journey of coming together and reuniting within oneself, a lover, friend, family member, or any important person in your life. You are in an important period of making choices and establishing healthy boundaries, especially with those you'd like to deepen and expand, or those you feel the need to shed or distance yourself from. Damiana reminds us of the importance of shaking off rigidity that often depletes creative reserves and sacred play. If you feel unsatisfied and emotionally unavailable, even to those whom you love, take the time to be in solitude and nourish your creative centers. Often separation becomes the basis to reunite once again in a higher frequency. True self-love is the key to lasting relationships with others, and most importantly, with yourself. And the next card is number 12, which is Hanged Man energy, seeing things from that higher perspective, right? And this is love. Guys, I'm getting full body chills. I feel like you guys, okay, I'm getting it again. I feel like you guys are really coming into union with unconditional love. And that is so beautiful. I honestly think I'm going to leave it at that for today. I love the way that card kind of closed out the entire reading. Okay, I really do hope that it resonates with you guys. I hope that it was able to bring you clarity in some way. Thank you so much for hanging out with me if you made it this far, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye!